Yep. Today is Thursday.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the last Flask. We're just discussing some things before the show started. Sorry if you heard any of that. But with me, I do have Mark and his usual foolishness.
You damn right what it do.
Before we get started on anything else, I did want to ask you, Mark, have you done anything new for the competition?
Dude, I'm still trying to grind out the trophies for Crimson Desert. It's just such a big game that this is probably going to be my first unlock into the competition because of how big of a game it is. So I'm going to be a little lagging behind everybody, but I'll catch up. It's not a big deal.
Got you, because I haven't been able to get any games done either. I've been trying to do Monster Hunter World, and I might just end up giving up on that. To be honest with you,
Yeah, that is a monster of a game.
right?
Hell, I think it might even be worse than Crimson Desert because most of that's RNG, which for people who don't know is randomly generated. So basically, like if Ethan goes to kill a monster and he needs a specific part, 9 times out of 10 he's not going to always get that same part.
Right, and I have all like the weapon trophies, so I don't need any more parts per se off of monsters, but I do need their crowns, which is like a 0.5% chance of drops. And,
Right.
and that's after I kill said monster. And if it's a large crowned monster, that monster is even tougher. And a lot of times, the large crowned monsters spawn in purple, which means that they're easily. What's the right word?
Is that enraged? Is that what it
Yeah, there we
means?
go. They're easily enraged. Which a monster is enraged, like if it depending upon the monster, is very hard to take down. So like the one that I've been trying to get is the large crown and small crown for the devil hose, but there's
Ooh,
there's a quest guaranteed to drop both. But I have to fight both of them at the same time, and they're both enraged.
which for people who never played that game, the Devil Ho is basically a giant T-Rex with like a battering ram for a face essentially. And doesn't matter who's in his way, he'll kill anything or fight anything. It does not matter.
Right, and he also spews out dragon's breath.
I don't fight him long enough to know that. So
No, it's not fun to fight him specifically. I much rather fight anything else other than him. Like I'd much rather fight Nergigante.
which is crazy because that's a literal dragon that eats other dragons.
Right, and he eats elder dragons too, just on top of all that. Oh, excuse me.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, excuse me. Just so y'all be aware, I might be burping a lot through the show. A little bit under the weather here, folks. But the show must go on.
Damn right.
But I did want to talk about this today. I got in the mail something new to add on to the collection. So, Mark, tell me what you know about Black Clover.
From what I like the show. The show's really good. I know you always hated it because you hated Asta, the main character, screaming half the damn time.
Right, and this is gonna sound stupid, but I
You
got
got Asta figure, didn't you?
so I got the total anime. Uh, that's the brand's total anime. Asta, 6 inch added to the collection. He's here in box. I know y'all can't see it, but
That's crazy. This motherfucker hated that anime for the longest time because of this dude. And he's like, I'll get the figure. It's fine.
I like his power set though compared
Oh,
to most other thing. Like I like the power system. I like the whole concept of the Grim Wars. I like like the Magic Knights thing, and I like Asta's power set, not Asta himself. I also like the his never giving up.
right.
I really like that. So I bought him. I'm gonna add whenever I open up because this one's gonna be open. I'm going to be adding him to the memory shelf. As for those of y'all who might not remember the other episode, me and Mark talked about this. I have a shelf for and each figure on that shelf is based off of a memory. Um, and it represents something. I used to have a family and friends shelf, but thank you Hurricane Ida for taking that. So, so I'm gonna add this to the shelf. I gonna keep it personal on what memory it is. I don't like to make that public, except for the War for Cybertron Optimus Prime that's up there. That's like the only memory I will tell anybody because that's like what something happened when I was a kid, involving nerd stuff.
Right.
So, but I'm happy for it. This is my second total anime figure. Total anime is an anime line, cheaper, around $20. Better quality than Anime Heroes, but Anime Heroes puts out a lot more figures.
Okay. Cool.
Uh,
I didn't know about that.
right. So they have like Chainsaw Man. They have Attack on Titan characters. My Hero, Spy X Family so far. And it's not that big of a line so far. Like this is the only Black Clover figure. Uh,
Right.
the wave though is Sukuna, Vigilante Midoriya, Dabi, Shigaraki, and Asta.
Okay.
So that is the entire wave of figures. I believe this is wave two. I will be getting everybody here, but probably Shigaraki. Uh, I do have the other ones that's a part of it too. Like I do have Aaron, and I have Itadori. But like they're not like SH figure arts or anything like that though.
Right. Now I have some Funkos I've been wanting to show off since I got them like a couple of weeks back. We were just before we were starting the pod, and he's like, "Oh, this would be a good idea to bring them on the episode." I'm like, "Yeah, that's right. I could just talk about them there." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Completely
Never did.
forgot about them.
So completely forgot about it because we're all doing our own thing, just talking. It's like, oh, this is really hard to just fucking bring in the conversation. But yeah, so I got four of them. I haven't taken them out yet, but one of them I got Ghost Rider from Strange Tales, and he has his like very first costume where it's like that. I think it's blue. It's like a blue leather jacket or whatever
Oh, I
jacket
know
this
which one you're
is.
talking about.
Yeah, and he's just standing there with his arms kind of like in a power pose and everything. And then I got Daredevil from the Born Again TV show, which is really good if anybody hasn't checked it out yet. It's so good. And he's holding his billy clubs into two nightsticks, and he's just posing.
He's just posing,
He's just posing. He's got a power stance too. Now I have one from Justice League. It is Trigun, which if many of you who don't know, this is from Raven from like Teen Titans and all that. This is her dad, and he's a demon who can essentially go par for par with Darkseid, which is the big bad essentially of the DC universe. And
I
right
mean,
now,
you can put Lex Luthor up there now too.
yeah, true, but still, I always think it's Darkseid.
Well, yeah,
But
that's like my go-to as well. But
he's wearing like a tunic with like gold boots and all that, and yeah, again hitting the power post. And then I have a Thor from Beyond Earth's Mightiest. So he is sitting on top like almost like a rock pillar. Not really a pillar, like a podium actually. And has the Avengers word on him. And what he's doing is he's like in his like have you ever seen the show Earth's Mightiest Heroes? He's in that outfit. And he's standing where he has one hand out and he's twirling Mjolnir in the other hand. And it also came with like a little pin that looks exactly like him.
is that like
So yeah.
the? So is it okay? So the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We're talking about the one with the really good theme song, right?
Yeah, the one that came out on Disney XD that got canceled because they were working for the Avengers Assemble show. So it's Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes is the show I'm referencing right now.
Ah, okay. And Avenger, no offense to anyone that likes Avengers Assemble or like Ultimate Spider-Man, those shows suck.
Yeah, no, Earth These Heroes was honestly the best. It had the best representation of the characters, how they interact with anybody, and it also had really good character development and all of them and all that. And it was really good. I hate the fact it only lasted 2 seasons, but yeah, the whole reason why they canceled is because they were trying to make way for Avengers Assemble, which was coming out at the same time that the first Avengers movie came out. So they were trying to basically bring the Avengers into like more of, I guess, like a younger audience and keep that same vibe of like how the Avengers looked and all that.
with a
So
lot more monkey sounds.
yeah, I don't know what is with the monkey sounds. I don't understand it either.
I say it. The whole show was not good. No offense to anybody that likes it again, but like, I'm sorry, two Kitty, and then there's okay Kitty. Like Teen Titans Go and Avengers Assemble, two Kitty, right? And like, cause like when I'm growing up, I watched like Power Rangers and
Oh
Transformers,
God.
Armada, and stuff like that. I'm like, see, like this isn't like if I had like a cod, if I had a kid, I would much rather them watch this than Teen Titans Go and Avengers
Oh,
Assemble.
fuck Teen Titans Go. Fuck that show.
But
I hate that show with a passion.
but even so, it's like it's like baby. Like I don't understand why people think that oh this is where cartoons need to be. No, like kids can have thought process and think. Like Young Justice was like season one was really good, but
Yeah.
my opinion is they kept jumping all over the place.
Yeah, they did for a while there. It felt like they were trying to basically make a Justice League 2, and that's not what they were. They were their own thing, making their own thing, trying to be something where they're not, a part of the Justice League. They wanted to be on their own. They wanted to be by themselves. But the way it kept going, it's almost like, okay, well then you're making a Justice League 2.0.
Right. Well, that's why I guess that's why they kept calling it Young Justice.
I mean, yeah, that's why they called it that, but at the same time, watching it, it's obvious they didn't want to be a part of it.
Right. And speaking of watching, you seen Invincible?
Yes, that was really good.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about spoilers for the entire season of Invincible here because this is what I want to talk about. So, spoiler warning. I repeat, this whole new season of Invincible, it has what we're about to talk about, major spoiler warning. So, Thrag, right?
Yeah, no, they made him just as much of a menace in the show as he is in the comics, if not even more, because there's like a calmness about him that wasn't in the comics. He's like very controlled and calm. So like you don't know when this dude is gonna let loose and just start wreaking havoc, or he'll do it with such a look where it's like, are you enjoying this? What's going on?
I think, well, first, everybody that was saying, oh, Thrag's on Fraud Watch. Yeah,
Yeah,
no.
no.
he was doing that to protect the skull of Argol. That's who he follows and everything. So that part understandable, right? But when it came to his fights, man, just my god.
Oh, the impact frame they put when Invincible punched his head was amazing. Because then for a split second, you see like a skull with red eyes, which makes you think that's what he really looks like underneath all that calmness and demeanor. Just some evil thing.
And dude, perfect choreographed punch. And not just from Invincible, but the anime. Like, I gotta give it up to the animators in this one. I know I talked hot shit about the
Oh God, did you?
animation of Invincible. Well, I guess we found where the I guess we found out where it all went.
Yeah.
But
And then
the
like I
whole
oh
thing.
sorry.
No, you're good. I guess I'm gonna be glazing Invincible here. Uh, Thrag doing the air bending punch. Holy shit! Like I was like, oh, they're fucked. Like there's no way.
You really just like previously in the series, you watch Omni-Man resist the event horizon pull of a black hole, only for Thrag to be like, I could do better. And just sit there and fucking cold cock this man with an uppercut that sent him not only out of the building and damn near caused the fucking tidal wave outside, but turned that man into a fucking shooting star. And he wasn't stopping. He just kept going. Like even when he got to space, he was just continuously going because of the amount of fucking force he put behind it.
Dude, and the top tier episode there. Last episode of Invincible. No,
Yeah.
excuse me. Was all right. It does set up a lot more for the next season, obviously, which I'm okay with. I thought this
Well, I
season in total was a big hit or miss. I think
right.
the first off, I choose death. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Everything in space was good except for Tech Jacket, but
Well, that's just Tech Jacket. He for for people who are like, oh, he's different in comics. No, he needed his ass saved in the comics too.
right. I just like Tech Jacket's standalone thing because I like characters like Iron Man. So Tech Jacket is a pseudo Iron Man type character. But even so, like the whole just space fights, space racer, everything involving space was good. I didn't like any of the plots on Earth.
Now, what I will say against that is I do like what they did with Mark after the Viltrumite War, and you show him struggling with PTSD, coming to terms that he just not only destroys people's home, but like realizing like shit, I don't know what these Viltrumites are. They could be here at any moment. All my loved ones could die. I really like what they did that because that's like one of the things they contrast in the comic as well. They didn't really show that much like that with the comics. They didn't show him struggling, show him like basically humanizing him in a way, you know? And I think that was a really good choice. And then you see him struggle with the decision of letting the Viltrumites stay because he knows if he didn't, it'd just be another all out war and there's nothing they can do.
Right, but he did that part wasn't like he made the decision because he knows there's nothing they could do. So
Well, he
that was
struggled with it at first.
right. Well, yeah, but I'm just saying like that part though was in the comic. Like you
Well, not
see, well, it's way better animated to be able to tell everything because now we can see the emotion now that they put in more than $5 into the animation.
$5.
Okay, look, I'll change the subject on this, but still on Invincible. What the fuck, Amazon? Like, you're gonna put all the animation budget in the last 3 episodes?
Like I had this conversation with Trey outside of the pod. I'm like, hey, it may suck, but at least it's getting better. Like at least you can say that. Like yes, it sucked in the beginning, and it was every now and then you'll see like sparks of life where it looks really well. But you have to admit they are getting better at it. Now whether they are able to allocate the budget a lot better or they're getting more of a budget, I don't know.
Right. Well, they just need to stop getting all these big time name voice act. Well, they're not even like like Simmons isn't a voice actor.
No,
I do
but
think that is a perfect thing for Nolan, though.
I think he's done voice work in the past though.
He has. I just don't remember what exactly. I think almost every actor nowadays has done some kind of voice work. You, for
Yeah, I mean, I would say so.
for example, before The Rock did Moana, did you know he was in Transformers Prime?
What?
Yeah, in the first episode, he was Cliffjumper.
Really?
Yeah, that's why outside of Peter Cullen, like the rest of the voice actors, you didn't really know. But yeah, Hasbro spent $1 million so that The Rock can do like 12 lines and kill him off.
Interesting.
So I'm just I think you are right in the fact that he did do voice work before.
I got it pulled up whenever you're ready.
Say yeah, does it
Like
say
what
it?
he's done.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
like animation wise, obviously On Man. He was Tenzin in The Legend of Korra, which I remember that. He was Forward Pines and Gravity Falls.
What?
Mayor, yep. Mayor Lionheart and Zootopia, which
I didn't see
okay,
it.
yeah, that makes sense. Kai and Kung Fu Panda 3, which yes, I do remember him being that.
I
The bold thing that pulled people's spirit out.
I didn't watch that movie. I just know for the meme.
And then he was J. Jonah Jameson in Avengers Assemble and Ultimate Spider-Man.
I don't. He is the only J. Jonah Jameson. That doesn't count to me.
I know. In video games, he did Cave Johnson in Portal 2
Okay.
and Omni Man in Mortal Kombat 1. And then I didn't know this, but he's the yellow Eminem.
What?
Yes, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. This is what I'm looking at right now.
Oh my god.
And this is like the AI overview for Google. And for people who don't know, that's the dude who's like, "Hi, how's it going?" Like he's got like some like lazy deep pan voice.
Yeah, he's the stupid Eminem.
Yeah,
Okay. That's I don't hear it.
I don't either because like I'm trying to picture him just talking like a stupid idiot in the freaking voice booth.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
But I will say like I would watch Invent like if I would recommend it, but
Yes, definitely.
definitely has highs and lows. But
Like
go
I
ahead.
would definitely check it out as far as the animation too. I would also just read the comic too. Like the comic's really good. It does have its moments where it's like, what the hell is this? Because there are some things that like the writer didn't write in the comics that he did in the show. So there's a lot of stuff will be like different, obviously. Like some stuff has a little more emotional beat in the animation than the comics, but I still think the comic is really good. Check it out if you can. It is a really good read. It's only like 145 issues, so it's not a long read.
I mean, they can get the three compendium like Ultimate Edition versions of it. I think it's like 3 volumes of the Ultimate Editions that just has
Yeah,
everything.
mhm. Yeah, the omnibuses.
Yeah. Excuse me. Ugh. People don't get sick, but yeah, I don't recommend getting sick. But
Speaking of big things coming out,
go ahead.
uh, I can't believe they're doing a Clayface movie finally.
I don't think I'm just going off of 'cause first off the trailer. I think the trailer looks good,
I do too.
but I don't know if this will be a good movie.
What's your thoughts on that?
I think personally, villain movies don't work. I'm just going to just flat out say it. Not talking about Joker 2. That movie
I don't
absolutely
count that.
that I don't even know what that was. But like it was like something like Craven. We're making
It,
him the
yeah.
protagonist of something that he's never been a protagonist in. Like he like Clayface, Craven. Yeah, they might have like a mini series here or there, but I don't think they need their own movies. I think they work as villains of the movies. The only character that's a villain that it could ever work for is Venom.
Yes, because he has ways where he's been a hero or his lethal protector era.
Right. And like I get it if you want to do like like the Penguin. Right? Like, I think that works, but I don't think Clayface will like I think it would be like like I get it horror and all that. Like it's going to be body horror, but I don't think it's going to be a good. Definitely going to be better than Joker 2.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's got Mike Flanagan at the helm. who's done really well in the horror genre. And what it's doing is it's taking, if anybody's ever seen the animated Batman TV series that came out in the 90s on HBO, it follows the episode of the introduction of Clayface where Ron Perlman is voicing him. So it follows Matt Hegan, which normally in the comics, Matt Hegan is a treasure adventurer who fell into a pool of radioactive waste that turned him into Clayface. Bar, Basil Carlo was the first Clayface who was an actor who didn't be who like started using cream and fell into a vat that, due to some wrongdoing. But anyway, they're going about this. They're taking the adaptation from the animated series and turning it into a full fledged movie, which I think is cool because that episode was really good. And I like what they're doing here, where it's like he was an actor who looked really like star studded profile. It's the beautiful guy you want everywhere in every movie, yada yada yada. Then they fuck up his face. So now he's got to get his face back. So obviously he's going to take some drugs, which that's what it's about. He's taking some experimental drugs that leads him to become Clayface. It, I think it's going to do good. I don't think it's going to do like jaw dropping amazing. I don't think he's going to do better than the first Joker. Obviously better than the second one, but I think it'll be a good movie because it's gonna. I think it's supposed to launch pad Batman into the new rebooted DC universe, cinematic DC universe.
I so I hear what you're saying, but I again, well, like I don't think this movie's going to have Batman in it,
No, I don't think so either.
and most of Batman's villains needs Batman.
Yeah.
Like you've used like a Two Face. Two Face is not like like you need a Bruce Wayne. You need all that. You can make it work without Batman, but like Penguin can work without Batman.
Oh yeah.
Clayface, you have to rewrite a little. Like he has to go off on his own because Batman almost immediately like heads him off at the path. So it's I don't know if there's a Clayface mini that you can read. I do know for a second he was a good guy. Like, he was a
Yeah,
part of
there
the
have
Bat
been
family.
times when he has helped Batman as an ally.
Right, and obviously this is not going to have that in it. But I don't know if Clayface on his own, outside of it being a complete horror show, will be able to stand on its own. Like there's no way if even if Clayface does good, it's definitely not getting a sequel. Like.
Well, I don't think it's gonna get a sequel. I think it's probably gonna like I said, it's gonna jump pad more with the Batman universe because we don't have that universe yet in this new rebooted DC Studios. All we have is Superman, and they got a sequel coming out, and they also got a spinoff with Supergirl.
Well,
So I think,
we
like I
have
said,
Peacemaker, we have Lanterns.
that's true. I forgot about those two.
We all wish we could forget about Lanterns.
I haven't even watched it yet.
It's not
So
out. I just saw the trailer.
that's what I'm saying. I haven't even like watched the trailer. I haven't watched anything on. I've seen like clips of the dude look like he's getting dragged, which I know we talked about it last time, but still.
It doesn't look. Again, like I know I'm being like the negative Nancy here, but that's just I don't see it being good.
Which one now? The lanterns or the Clayface?
No, Lanterns. Clayface, I think
Okay.
it would be all right. I think it would be better than Joker 2. I didn't like Joker 1, but everyone else seems to like it, so I'm not even going to put my 2 cents on that. But I definitely think.
Oh man, you are talking crazy right now.
It's that's not the Joker.
Granted, and this has come from somebody who that's his favorite comic book character. One of them. I get that, but as a movie, as it is as a movie, it is really good. Instead of it, if you look at it just being a movie standpoint, it is really good. Obviously, no, that's not Joker. That's somebody else. But it was still good on its own to be a good movie.
Right. I mean, like, I can't even like rationalize like if I like whenever I went to see the Joker movie, right? I was going in there expecting the Joker,
Right.
right? Not that Well, I don't even know. Like,
Arthur Fleck.
no, obviously, I know it's Arthur, but it's like I don't like know what that is.
Yeah.
Right? Like, is this a crazy? Just someone crazy, and that's it? Like, I just don't get it.
Right. And
So,
I try not to look at comic movies. Like I tried not to have an expectation with them when I go to see them because I know it's going to be different. So I try to like go into it and be like, all right, this is going to be something different. It's going to be something new. Let's just see what it's got. Obviously, I may nitpick, be like, I can't see that character doing that because of, this point in the comics or something like that. Obviously, when I go see it, but I try not to like use all that information at once like that.
so you will be okay if Doctor Doom starts cracking jokes in
All
Doomsday.
right, we had the conversation last time like that. It has to be the only way it could be a joke with Doctor Doom. The only way I feel if it's like he's deadpan serious, but in the context of what's going on, it's funny. That is the only way it can work. Other than that, if he doesn't talk in the third person, or he looks at Johnny Storm and go, "Huh," and I thought you were the hot one, I'm gonna lose it.
I mean, I can just imagine like Doom, like what? Were you expecting some kind of Iron Man?
Huh,
Because
what's the
it's
matter? Am I not Doom enough for you?
if he does that, bro, I'm walking out the theater.
Oh, I'm burning down the place. Not really, but
Let's say, don't worry, folks, we got him live on camera. This is
that was
confession
not a
tape.
confession. It was a joke.
It's a
Calm
confession
down,
tape,
FBI, please.
ladies and gentlemen. We got him.
Liar! You will never catch me.
Yeah,
But
sure.
in other news, we'll see how the movie goes. We'll see how Clayface goes, and we'll see how Doomsday goes. That's all I'm going to say.
Speaking of Avengers news, apparently they're going to re-release Endgame in the theaters.
I don't understand why. I really don't.
They're pulling a Morbius. We got to get. It's Morbid time.
It's in game time.
But I will not be going to see the re-release.
I won't either.
Um, I don't get why they're. Well, I understand why they're re-releasing it, but I don't see the re-release doing numbers.
I don't know, man. It's hard to say. I just don't understand why. Why do you need a re-release? It grossed the most amount of money out of all the MCU. Over $1 billion. It was about to pass. I think it either did or was about to pass up Avatar, the first Avatar. Why do you need to re-release it? It did well. It's a good movie. It caps off the entire Infinity War saga. Why do you need to release it?
I think what they're doing is that they're trying to like, hey, the whole thing with Kang sweep under the rug.
Yeah. Like I pulled up an article about it, and it's like they're almost like they're retconning it in a way.
Well, I think they are.
It's I'm trying to read it. Okay, so back in December 2025, Marvel announced that Avengers Endgame would get a re-release in theaters ahead of December 2026 release of Doomsday. Re-releases aren't unusual, especially for big franchises, but in the world of MCU, it's only really happened when Sony Spider-Man Far From Home, which was re-released with an extended action sequence. I didn't know that. Last week at CinemaCon 2026, Marvel Studios President Kevin Feige announced that the in-game re-release will follow this pattern, including brand new footage. However, we didn't know what that footage would contain until now. According to Deadline, at the Sands Film Festival in St Andrews, Scotland, Joe Russo revealed that the new footage won't just be a deleted scene. It's critically important to re-release the movie, and in fact, we will be re-releasing the film with footage that is set in the Doomsday story that we had to have added in Avengers Endgame, he said. This makes this event more than just a re-release, now it's a retcon. The equivalent of Star Wars special editions that edited Hayden Christensen as Ghost Anakin at the end of Return of the Jedi. He wasn't there initially, but his addition smoothed the transition from the original trilogy to the prequel trilogy.
Right,
Now
because
I'm trying to like,
Vader turned good at the end, so he had to be a Force ghost.
right. So
So you telling me
I
we're gonna
wonder
get
if
Doom in Endgame now?
that's what it sounds like, but I also wonder if they're going to like retcon the ending in a way.
What with Cap?
No, with Tony. Like I wonder if the only thing I can think of is like I wonder if like what they're gonna do is like when he snaps his fingers and dies, Doom appears or something like that.
I would absolutely hate that.
I'm
Like
just
Doom
speculating. I would
replaces
hate it
him,
too.
or like
Yeah,
Tony lives, he becomes Doom or something.
something like that where like he did survive and because he survived, he went bonkers and this is what's happening. He's becoming Doom, which that I can kind of be okay with, but at the same time, that's something that again, the story's got capped off. Why do you need to go through with this again?
Also, that was the perfect ending of Iron Man.
Right.
You know, his last words were "I am Iron Man," and then they
Yeah.
win. GG's well played. But I just don't. I just don't see it, bro. Like you're gonna do a re-release retcon, and it's gonna be like so important that you have to see it.
Right.
How important is it? Is it gonna be longer than 10 seconds? Because Anakin's Force Ghost and the thing was like a 5 second clip.
Yeah. It was like just like, oh, hi, Anakin.
Well, it's not even that. They don't even acknowledge that it was Anakin. They just, oh yeah, he's there standing alongside Obi-Wan and Yoda.
Right. Which I mean, obviously they didn't. I know they didn't acknowledge him. I'm just saying that's how quick it is. Like, oh, hey, bye.
Right. So if it's that, that's a waste.
Oh, for sure.
Like if it's just
'Cause-
Doom being like, that's a waste.
right.
Just do what they're doing with the Punisher. Just like release like an hour long thing before Spider-Man.
Which I'm glad they're doing that because he's been needing his own shit after they canceled his fucking show.
Why did they cancel it? Was it budget?
It's because of the merger with um Marvel now, like can't like Disney Plus and Marvel and all that going to Disney Plus with all their shows. Because of that happening, they had to cancel the show. They had to cancel all the Marvel shows on Netflix. Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones. I think there was gonna be like another season of Defenders, but they had to cancel that, and they canceled Punisher because of that. And you haven't had him for a very long time until the first season of Daredevil, Born Again, and he's there and then he's gone. So I'm glad that they're bringing this special presentation because we get to see more of his character. Because I fucking love John Bernthal as Punisher. That is Frank Castle, hands down. Don't get me wrong. I forever will love the Thomas Jane version of 2004. But John Bernthal is Frank Castle. Argue with me all you want. That is who that is.
Right. I do think that he is the perfect Punisher. But speaking of things that are not so perfect in the Marvel universe, I know we're backtracking to toys, but I just wanted to talk about this for a second. Marvel Rivals released the pre-orders for the Marvel Legends, Marvel Rivals characters of the Punisher and Moon Knight. Okay. So, Moon Knight is $40. The
Crazy.
Punisher is $35. Not only did they both sell out instantly, but they're also supposed to come in September. These figures, from what I'm looking at here, are not worth 40 fucking dollars. They're not. Moon Knight doesn't even have a cloth cape. He has two separate capes, one flowing in the wind and one in his big crescent moon shape bullshit. The Punisher has two guns and I think two extra fists. And Moon Knight also comes with his Moonarangs, obviously, and his
Why?
those Eskrima sticks he has. So I don't understand why on earth these things cost that much. I have no idea. Because Mark, if you want to, you should pull them up on your. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm trying to get them pulled up right now. It's just loading at the moment.
Right. The pre-orders sold out instantly. Like I missed out on the pre-order on them, but now that I'm looking at the price, I'm not going to pre-order either one. I have no idea how much the two packs are about to be with Spider-Man, Luna, and Venom and Jeff. Those should be $40 to $45 because it's two figures and all their accessories.
Right.
Am I missing something here on these like Grant Moon Knight's my main, right? I love Moon Knight and Marvel Rivals. That's the character I play. That's the character I'm the best at, other than Bucky. I do think he's a better character than Bucky, though, but that's just me.
I would have to agree.
I just
I mean, I haven't fully pulled up the picture yet because it's loading, trying to prove that I'm a human. Even though I last time I checked, yeah, I am.
did you just smack your fucking arm like you're the Rock?
I sure fucking did. I sure fucking did. And you're gonna deal with it. I don't care. Anyway, from like the little glimpse I've seen of the Punisher, he's all big bad stiff like he's a fucking bodybuilder. And I'm looking at the way he looks. It just looks retarded. Sorry, I don't know if we could say that. My bad. I meant to say stupid. And it's just why? If you're going to release these figures for Marvel Rivals, I feel like you should do characters that are popular within the community.
I think Moon Knight is. I think Venom definitely is. I think Jeff is. Luna Snow is an industry plant, and Spider-Man sells because it's Spider-Man.
Yes. Here's
Punisher is a.
here's a
Go ahead.
no. I'm sorry. I was cutting you off. Go ahead.
No, okay. So Punisher is a safe pick because he
Hmm.
is the Call of Duty character, and those of you who don't know, Call of Duty is a shooting game, first person, the bread and butter shooting game. And every hero shooter, they have a character that's like, if you're coming from like Call of Duty or Battlefield, they have a character that's easiest to use so that you can get used to the game. And Gundam Evolution now is the Pale Rider, and Overwatch that's Soldier 76, and in Marvel Rivals is the Punisher. Right, because it has the easiest to use kit. It's just point and shoot with a little bit extra. So I don't see, but like I get it. He looks like a bodybuilder. He looks like his Marvel Rivals character. He looks exactly like that. Other than you can
Yeah, he's
see the pins and
fucking
joints.
bulky as fuck.
Yeah, but that's not $40 worth of bulk.
No. And like, here's the funny thing, people. Me and Ethan were talking on the podcast. We're like, oh, let's like do like a little like guess and see like our little predictions. Oh, who's gonna be who they're gonna release in? We were trying to do like you know what we call a good comp or composition, like a team. So you have your two tanks, your two DPSs, and your two healers. And we were gonna guess that. By the time we were already trying to think of picks, they already released the lineup. We're like, oh shit. Well, never mind.
Right, and now obviously, like I think if they did a wave two of these, like Iron Man's getting slotted in, I think they're going to do a Cap and Bucky two pack. I think
Yeah, I
they
can see
actually
that.
have to do a Cap and Bucky two pack. Probably going to do a two pack of Cloak and Dagger, but not for $40 if they're doing like single releases like Adam Warlock.
Right.
Like if you're gonna do $40, I need a buku amount of accessories.
Right.
Like I need so many accessories that I need to keep the box for.
Right.
Again, I'm holding Asta again, right? For $20, you get Asta, two hands. No, I'm sorry, my bad. You get Asta, four hands, two hands he has on, two hands off, two different faces, two swords, 20. Moon Knight, two different hands, two Screama, two capes, 40. I rest my case.
Right.
You know,
Like,
and then it goes,
I'm
oh,
a-
he's bulky and he has more plastic, or he's more like detailed. Like I'm looking at these swords here. They're rusty as shit. He comes with the grimoire on his side. He has the cape, both faces here, a bunch of different joints. The only issue I can see is like his cape is not material, it's plastic, so that might get in the way. So might his shirt. But Moon Knight has two different capes. One will is clearly not meant for him to stand up on his own, and the other one has it flowing in the wind.
but you have to pose him the right way for it to look right.
Right. So just give us a cloth cape.
Right.
Let's put some wire through it, and then maybe even then I would justify the price if it was a cloth cape. But even then, that's a stretch. It's like Moon Knight. He doesn't have any other facial expressions because he's wearing a mask and it's a video game, so you don't see his eyes move. He doesn't come with any like I don't know. He doesn't come with Khonshu, you know.
Right. Like
So
I'm looking at the website on Hasbro Pulse, and I'm looking at one of the figures. It's Marvel Legends series, Marvel's Abomination. It's just him. You can pose him pretty well, honestly. He's got pretty good articulation. He's only got three accessories. He has three different faces. He has like a one where he's like smiling, and he's got one where he's almost look like he's roaring, and then he's got that spider looking face where he had in the Immortal Hulk. It's almost $50. Like, what?
right.
Granted, it's a big figure. It's oh wait, no, mine. It's 6 inches.
No,
Never mind.
it's 6 inch scale. I just pulled it up too.
Oh,
It's 6 inch scale. So it's
okay. I'm wrong. That's
if you put like Iron Man Mark III standing next to him, it would be in scale.
gotcha.
Only Marvel Legend thing that's not in scale so far, I believe, is like the big figures like Galactus. you know,
Yeah, I've seen him. It's huge.
right? But even that's not in scale. Thank God. but
Like
um,
there's a 2 pack of Kitty Pride and Colossus, and it's 55.99. Like the fuck?
right now, I think they also come with like the dragon. I don't know what other accessories Kitty Pride could come with, other than like a wall where like she can like stick her hand through or whatever, and then Colossus. And it's not even like the Colossus from like the Build a Figure where it's like he's like from the Age of Apocalypse Colossus. It's also not Juggernaut Colossus. It's just Colossus.
Right. Yeah. So they got the little dragon. They got hand swaps for Kitty, face swap for Colossus, and hand swap for him too. Like, really? This is what we're charging $55 for?
And
Like,
then
if you
shipping,
said,
handling,
hey,
and taxes, that's damn
yes,
near
it's gonna
like
come up
70
like
bucks.
$60. Yeah, 60, $70. Now, if they said, hey, here's a 2 pack, you get a little mini fig for $40. Okay, that's $20 a figurine. That's fine. I'm fine with that. It's still a little too pricey for my take, but hey, you're getting, two for basically the price of one almost.
Well, in the Marvel Rivals sense, I just don't want it to become every Marvel Legend that comes out is now $40. Because
Right.
if that's the case, I'm not going to collect Marvel Legends anymore if every figure is $40. Like I think the Power Rangers Lightning Collection did it right. They came with 3 or 4 sets of hands, all their accessories, lightning effects, alternate head, all for $25 a pop. I think that
Uh,
is the perfect price point for figures like that. Not
Right.
$40, in which I already see the argument. Oh, they're bulkier. Okay, cool. I'm looking at a figure on my shelf right now. I bought for $35. That's the Jim Gordon Batman suit. Whenever he like the rookie, I bought that for $35, and that figure is just as tall, standing next to a. I know you're not going to know the scale, but um, a Voyager class, a little bit taller than a Voyager class Transformer. Old Voyager class Transformers, like Transformers Prime Voyager classes, which are, I'd say, roughly 7 to 8 inches tall. And he's
Yeah.
bulky. He comes with a gun and everything. And now, granted, I bought it by itself loose at a collector's con for $35.
Excuse me.
Because he was in a 2 pack with the Jim Gordon Batman. I didn't get that, but that whole pack I think was like $60 when it first released, and you came
God
with
damn.
right, but that came with rookie. It was a exclusive, I believe, too. Came with rookie Jim Gordon Batman. They both had accessories and stands. I could be wrong on the stands part, but I believe they came with stands. Because I don't usually keep stands if they come with the figure. I buy third party stands just because they're usually better, or the Tamashi Nations exclusive stands. The
Hmm.
put around the characters to make them look like they're flying. Though I did discover a tech though with fishing line and thumbtacks.
Hmm.
You just tie the fishing line around the figure, you pose the figure up, and you thumbtack it to whatever you want it to go. And it looks like
That's
they're
actually sounds
flying.
pretty cool.
Right, and it's fishing line. So if you get like the regular like clear one, you can barely see it. Especially
Yeah.
if you have it
That's
posed the
cool.
right way, you don't see it at all.
Hmm.
Or what you can do is that just put two thumbtacks in the wall is have it just rest on it.
Right.
But yeah, no, not for $40. I don't see the line sustaining that. Especially, like, I don't see people going out of their way to get Adam Warlock for $40. I don't see people going out of their way to get Mantis for $40.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. No.
But that also kind of worries me though. Like, is the 2 packs up there yet for Venom and Luna Snow and all
Let me
that?
see.
Because it's not up on BBTS.
Yeah, I'm on the Hasbro website, so let me see. I'm assuming not yet. Come on.
But I say, take your time. We're live.
Well, hey, it's not my fault. My internet's being dumb right now for some reason.
They say,
Usually it's pretty good.
bro, you gotta get that fiber optic, bro.
I guess it is this damn laptop. I have fiber optic.
But anyway, it even like I understand prices are going up around the board on everything, but you can't like the people like you're like a child isn't gonna walk into a Walmart and say, "Mommy, mommy, buy me the Punisher from Marvel
Right.
Rivals, please." It's like
So
these
I'm
are.
looking at like what's oh sorry.
I was about to say these are collector figures.
Yeah, these are for people who know how to collect shit. But I'm looking it up. So far they only have like for pre-order right now is Punisher and Moon Knight.
Got it. On BBTS, I know they sold out instantaneously.
Yeah, because this game is popular as a motherfucker.
Right. I mean, like I get it, the popularity. They need to capitalize on that, even though these figures should have been out a year ago, like when it was at its peak. But even so, like I'm looking around my room. I can name you I can tell you every price of every figure that I bought. That sounds crazy, I know, but still. And like,
And that tells you that he has a problem, people. He has a
it's
problem.
only a problem if you admit it, Mark. It's only a problem if you admit it.
Motherfucker, I remember you looking in your tubs going, Mark, I think I got a problem.
I never admitted it as I thought. Uh,
You said it out loud. Don't you call me a liar to these people. I don't want to hear it.
um, but like I can tell you the price I paid for every figure here, and the equivalent of the Marvel Rivals figures. I can name you 5 in my room right now that I'm looking at that I paid MSRP $40 for. MSRP means store price $40 figures at what they're offering. And that is literally figures that I wanted very badly. I'm including the 7-inch figures too because these are 1/12 scale. I'm looking at like the Gundam Evolution, not Evolution. Oh my god, I got that Gundam Evolution the Blunt Brain, RIP. Gundam Universe Barbatos Lupus Rex. That was $40. But even then, that figure is highly detailed. It's articulated all right, but it comes with a big fuck off axe and a tail that shouldn't be allowed to move.
Right.
And the figure is all right. It's pointy. Versus they're gonna. I guarantee you, they're gonna try to release these at Walmart. That might be the only way you can buy. Like it's obviously going to be at GameStops.
Right.
Whatever GameStops are left, might be at Game Wares, Game Trade, stuff like that. But it's just I don't see the regular consumer just going out there. Oh, $40 for that? Absolutely not. Versus again,
Right.
a total anime, $20. you know,
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep plugging them. It might not be of as high quality, but you know, I'd much rather pay $20 for that than $40 for that Moon Knight.
Oh, easily. So, speaking of new releases in video games or whatnot, have you seen anything on Pragmata?
I've seen a little bit on it. I still need to buy it and play it, but I haven't because I don't want like mega spoilers for it because the game just came out. I did see a little bit though. I did see a little bit of the bosses. Some of the bosses, of course. I think the game looks immaculate. Um, but as for everything else, I have to wait and play it.
I think it's an interesting concept, though. You're hacking the enemy in order to break their defenses so you can kill them. And then you have like your little, let's be real here. It's gonna be a dad and daughter simulator, and but I think it looks good. It's made by Capcom, and Capcom rarely misses when it comes to video games. So
Did they not
I
come
think it's
out
gonna
with
be really.
DMC Devil May Cry?
And again, rare misses. Emphasis on rare. Anyway, but I think that looks really good. I'm with same boat with you. I need to see more on it, or I need to play it. Another game that came out that looked pretty good is Mouse PI for Hire. I just love the goofiness of it and how much the game doesn't really like it takes itself seriously in a goofy way. It's like almost like a love letter to old style noir cartoons, and it
Um,
looks really good for what it is. Although I think IGN is trying to bury that game too.
I they didn't give IGN enough zeros in that check. Um,
My God, they gave this game a 6 out of 10.
Too much cheese,
And
according to
one
the
of
IGN reviewer.
that stupid fucking thing. And then another thing is this dude was bitching that you're a PI. You're going around killing everybody. Why are you doing this? I don't understand it. You're supposed to be one of the good guys. Dog, it's a cartoon. Anything can happen. It's literally a cartoon. Anything can happen.
Right, it's
For
also
for you to
noir.
yeah, it's a goofy game that does what it's supposed to do. Be goofy. Like you can't get mad at that. To give it a 6 out of 10 is crazy. You can't like these reviewers are having trouble suspending disbelief. Like these are cartoons, dude.
Well, it's not
This
even.
isn't
Go
a
ahead,
game
go
that
first.
takes itself seriously.
I don't even think they have a problem suspending disbelief. I think they're putting the wrong people on the wrong games.
That too.
I think truly, like if they're gonna put the Call of Duty guy on Mouse PI. I don't think that's a good reviewer for that type of game. right?
Right.
Like you might be able to do like a separate review if y'all want to do that, but don't put people that like, oh, I exclusively play games like Bloodborne and Elden Ring. Don't put that guy on Mouse PI. Don't
Right.
don't don't put those people on like. Well, you could put that guy on Crimson Desert; it'd be completely fine. Matter of fact, he would have probably been a better reviewer of Crimson Desert than the other
Honestly.
guy. But
Honestly, dude.
yeah, don't put like that guy on like like puzzle games. Well, he might be good for puzzle games, but like you know what I mean. Like, don't put him on like the wrong genre of game that person doesn't like on purpose.
Right. Like you got to have a certain amount of biasnism to you. I don't know if that's a word, but you got to have a certain level of critique where you're not being biased because you don't feel this certain way.
Right.
But I don't know. I just
Now,
think these people are interesting. Now, another game that's come. Are you still going?
no. So now, as for Mouse PI, I do want to get in and play it. I just need to get.
I definitely am.
I definitely just need to get the funds
Right.
for it. Even though I spent $20 on Ost over here, I don't have exactly the funds just to spend on $70 things. Bigger
It's
amounts of
not
money.
$70. It's like 30 bucks,
Are you
20
serious?
bucks.
Oh well, never mind. I'll buy it right
Yeah, no,
now.
it's cheap. It's on the cheaper side.
I'll buy it right now.
I think it's like 6 gigs too. So,
Well, shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we might have a review for next week.
right. And then another game that got released, which I don't care much too for, but I know you're gonna love it. Xenoverse 3.
It's not released yet, buddy, but oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, we're back.
Oh shit, did I misspeak?
Let's say it's not out yet. They just did the because it was originally called Dragon Ball Age 1000.
hmm
The it's not a gameplay trailer. It's like an announced trailer because I don't even know if you call this a story trailer or not. It does have Piccolo Oro farming in it, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm about to put so much belt to ass. You have no idea. Like oh my god, I'm so excited for Xenoverse 3. And it's funny too. I wish Miles was here. We got Xenoverse 3 before we got GTA 6.
That'd be hilarious. Now, the only critique I have about it, I don't want it to be like the same thing with 1 and 2, where like they're basically the same story, just a little bit tweakiness to it. I wish like I want them to do different things. I want them to explore a different story, different elements, and all that.
Right, because
Because
for
I didn't mind it when the first one came out. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it when the second one came out, even though playing against a certain somebody makes you want to kill yourself. But hey, what are friends for, right? By the way, people, do not play this man in goddamn Mortal Kombat X. It will kill you.
Hey Mark, you re-downloaded it, right?
No,
What do you mean? I have the notification right here saying you sent me an invite.
Ethan, I think you're playing on your PS4. I never touched that game.
But anyway, Xenoverse 3, super excited. I agree with you, Mark. The story for Xenoverse 2 is lackluster because it's just Xenoverse 1 but extended. Um, you did fight your original creative character from Xenoverse 1 though, which and Xenoverse 2 with all the new DLCs is coming out now. There's a different story with
hmm
Fu and like the corrupting that he can do and all the science experiments and all that. Now it's different. Now I can clearly say, okay, with the DLC, that's a new game.
Right.
But if they do the same thing in Xenoverse 3, where like your creative character from 2 comes into the game, first off, I don't like if you have a creative character in this game and then you fight your Xenoverse 2 creative character, you're not winning that fight. You're not.
Especially the one that you made, from what I hear. Yeah, no.
Well, it's like, well, it's stupid because like your creative character survives time collapsing and stuff,
Which
and
doesn't make sense.
and now the creator character can now also use because like originally it was Super Saiyans 1, 2, and 3 Kaioken Potential Unleashed for Saiyans Golden Form for the Freezer race characters the Kid Buu form and the Giant form for Namekians and the Buu race. Now they added, oh yeah, you can go Super Saiyan, God, Blue, Evolved, Ultra Instinct. I'm sorry, there's just no way, unless like I've like no, my character would whoop my Xenoverse 3 character's ass in the story. There's no way, especially
Yeah, I
with
believe it.
Blue, and you're already strong enough to survive time being destroyed around you. There's just no way.
Right.
Even if you want to use like the power scaling, if you want to use that, like this Universe 3 creative character is just way too OP. So I'm hoping the creative character just retires. Like he's not even like they don't even mention the Xenoverse 2 creative characters. I hope they don't mention Xenoverse 1 creative character either, but because I'm a fan of Xenoverse 2's gameplay than Xenoverse 1. Xenoverse 1's I felt was way too slow and way too clunky.
I will second that. My limited experience that I had, I will second that.
But I'm excited for it. I think the game will be better than GTA 6. Yeah, I said it. Eat my
We just we
shorts.
we honestly just hate it because we want Miles to fail. That's what we want. We want him to fail. We don't think he should be, you know, we don't think we should be he should be happy, just let him not have it.
What
Because he
what
talks the biggest shit about it half the time.
what great friends he has. What great friends.
Hey, are you not true friends if you don't hate each other?
Well, speaking, well, I wanted to bring this up, right? I know we talked about last week having like a hot take segment. This week we're not going to do a hot take segment, folks, because
Oh shucks.
I wanted this week to have like a little bit of a story time. That's a gaming story I wanted to talk about. I wish Miles was here for the story. If Miles is here next week, he can elaborate more upon it. But speaking of creative characters and anime games and anime and all that stuff, I wanted to talk about someone near and dear to everyone's hearts that's ever fought him in the game, the Man in
I,
Black and Shinobi
I Ethan.
Striker. So there's a game called Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Striker. You create your character, you create your ninja, all that fun stuff. You can use whatever moves you learn from other like the Rasengans, Chidoris, all that stuff. And it's a 4v4, and then there is a PvE element to it as well, but it's not really known for that. As a gotcha system, get to roll for new stuff. They have guns in the game now, which
Oh
is
my god.
interesting. Like you can roll to get a minigun.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can get a minigun in the game. This has been that long since we've played. Well, since Mark's played it at least, but at the time of us playing it together, it was me, Mark, Austin, and Miles. We were, if there was an MLG thing for Shinobi Striker, I think we would have been in the top five.
Oh, we were slaying people. We were people. We were so good that our buddy Austin, and we always give him crap for this. He was he was getting pissed that we were winning. That's how good we were doing.
He was also like the Shinobi Striker Bandai also had a thing where like they said, hey, we got rid of all the hackers, folks. There are no more. They can't come back in. The hackers took that as a challenge and they came back in full force. And hackers basically run the game now. Like it's almost impossible to find a game in Shinobi Striker without running into a hacker. And
Here's what's even crazier: we whoop they asses too.
right, like very rarely would we lose to a hack. Like the hacker would have to have like they have to have like the death note. Right, like they would have to have like everything is instantaneous, like you can't do nothing in the game type hacks, right? But even if they had like God mode, like I still remember the time when we put the dude in the corner. He was the only one hacking in that game. We put him in a corner, and we would take turns. Like when one person, like we would like put him in a corner and kept comboing him, and then like whenever that person got tired of that, we would say, "Hey, someone switch," and we would switch, and we kept them in a corner all game.
Yeah, we did not let this man live.
Right.
We did not let him live.
But that brings me to the ultimate, like I've never been humiliated like this in a video game before. I've never and I fought Radon for 6 days, Prime Consort Radon. Um, the Man in Black. He, it was just me and Miles there. He's not a hacker. I could say that for confidence for sure. He's not a hacker. He is just that damn good. I believe his character's name was like Kai underscore something. I don't remember it 100%, but it was like when the Sasuke Black uh, samurai armor just came out. He had the Orochimaru sword, and he was a range type. Uh, it was a base battle game on the map that had pitfalls in it, and you can like run around the walls. I think it was the Hidden Leaf Village map, and
Yeah, that's about right.
it was me and Miles and two randoms versus him and the other three people on his team. Thank God the other three people on his team were either so bad or our two randoms were so good. Because what ended up happening was I had to 1v1 him the entire game. Only reason why I was able to beat him was because Miles was a heal type and he pocket healed me the entire time. For every one hit I landed on him, he would land five on me. It was embarrassing. Like I lost outright. There's no way we should have won this match. And even when the other, because like eventually it became like all four of us were about to jump him. Like the other two jumped in at him after he knocks me away, and I watched in horror as he beat them both in like 10 seconds.
Jesus.
He beat them both in like 10 seconds, and I'm just like, oh my god. Because what he does is like there's a thing where you can knock people on the walls, and they would act knocked out, and they would just fall into the water. And apparently, Shinobis can't swim in Shinobi Striker, so you just drown to death.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Yeah, even though you can run on water, but hey,
Right.
and like one guy he just ulted. He did the Orochimaru reanimation like Hokage ult, insta killed him.
Oh gosh.
Right, like they stood no chance. So I'm like, and he didn't. He used like Chidori and Great Breach. So
Really?
yeah, that was his move set. And then with that ultimate, and like the way I killed him, I guess he didn't have like a heal type on their team or something. But eventually, I just wore him down enough to where I was just like, okay, I can get him, and I dynamic entry'd him like at the last like 3 seconds of the game and got him. It was embarrassing, and I say this because I wanted your opinions on this, Mark. I tell the story. I consider that. Well, I consider him the Man in Black. We call him the Man in Black just because I don't remember his name, and he just wore all black. Like the Sasuke armor just came out. I'd never seen it before, so whenever I saw it again, I'm like, oh, he knows what he's doing. Oh no,
Yeah, he's a problem.
but I speak about him. I speak about Prime Consort Radon because Prime Consort Radon beat my ass for 6 days straight.
Which was the DLC final boss in Elden Ring, which on a game on its own was difficult enough.
Right, let alone this dude can go Super Saiyan 3 and I'm on my 8th playthrough and I didn't go get like the things to make the DLC easier.
And this man beaten put belt to ass with hands because you can literally get like a weapon that gives you martial art abilities.
Right, and I didn't even fully max it out because I ran out of like smithing stones to max it out. I think I was like at plus like 11 or 12 on them, and I golden vowed, walked in there, put Doom music on loop for 10 hours, Uh, and I whooped his ass. That was like I had to feel like I accomplished something. Even after I beat him, I was like, I this is I don't feel anything. I don't even feel a sense of accomplishment. But I tell these stories because I want people to be aware that hey, no matter who you are, no matter how big of a gamer you are, there's always going to be someone out there better. There's always going to be a boss that you cannot beat. It's not doom and gloom. Get good. And I wanted your opinion on this too, Mark. Because I've never played this man again. I don't have his gamer tag. I don't know who he is. But I consider that man to be my biggest rival in gaming.
Hmm.
What is your opinion on having gaming rivals? Doesn't make sense. Doesn't improve your game.
I think it makes sense, and it honestly improves your game. It's like anything that's competition breeds success. Let's be real here. Let's put competition in perspective of like companies. So let's say you got two fast food places who sell hamburgers. One sells the best, the other one doesn't. So in order for that one that doesn't sell the best hamburgers, they introduce the chicken sandwich. So now they have a variety. They have the hamburgers and a chicken sandwich, while the other competition doesn't have anything. So like, huh? Well, we need to do something. Let's bring in chicken nuggets. They don't have chicken nuggets. They only have a sandwich and a burger. Well, now they just, you keep going back and forth till one gets, obviously, till one is better than the other. But in gaming, yes, I do believe it is necessary to have rivals
Marvel rivals.
because, da, da, da. Anyway, because it makes you want to be better. It's like, damn, I can't beat this guy. I got to get better to beat this guy. And then when you get to that point where y'all are like the same, it's a toss up to who's going to win now. So now you're just at the edge. You see like, oh, is he going to beat me? Oh shit, he did. Okay, now I got to get better again. Cool, I beat him. What's he going to do to come back and make himself better? It's shit like that where I think yes, rivals in video games is necessary. Rival video games themselves, like say Call of Duty and Battlefield, I think that's necessary because it makes the competition better. It makes it better for the consumer. It makes it better for everybody in general.
Right. Now, also before we continue this topic, I do want to say I am not awful at video games. I'm just gonna bring this up too, just so I can put this on my resume out there. In Gundam Evolution, I was top 500.
Oh God.
Okay, I could hold points by myself with no help. It was like a 6v1, and I regularly won those. Okay, in Xenoverse 2, I have won 3v1s. Like, because you have 3v3s. I have won 3v1s. I have played against some of the best people that's ever played Mortal Kombat. Granted, did I win all those? No. But I damn sure gave them a run for their money. And I believe I don't remember, not remember, but I don't know because like now that I think about it, this might not be true. But someone in Mortal Kombat X with Sonic Fox's gamer tag. I'm not saying that I beat Sonic Fox one time. I'm not saying that,
He totally is.
but it was someone. It was identical. Dude was playing Katana. I believe Sonic Fox was playing Katana at the time, or trying to learn Katana. Did I cheese him? Yes. After I beat him, did I run away like a little bitch and didn't accept a rematch? Yes. But I beat him. It was a hard fought battle. So I don't want people just to think out there that I'm trash at video games just in general because people are like, oh, you gotta get good. I do believe you gotta get good. If you're not good, then you gotta get better. It's practice, repetition. But what I'm talking about is that there's always going to be a story out there of someone playing a game and they just remember, like, it could be their best friend, it could be their cousin, could be their older brother, could be some rando like the man in black. It could just be something out there that drives you to be the best. My drive to be the best is because I don't want to be embarrassed like that again. Because now I got to go find the other 5 people in that lobby and kill them because they saw Mayhem Prime get his ass whooped. So
I mean, I have a story where I was struggling to be really good, and I was thrown into the wolves for this game.
you can say it, bro.
Ethan knows where I'm going with this, but For Honor, I when For Honor came out, which those who don't know what For Honor is, it's essentially made by Ubisoft, where you can play as knights, samurai, and all types of shit. You can actually fight as them. It was a pretty cool concept. This motherfucker says, "Hey, I got For Honor. You want to try it?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, sure, I'll try it." I'm looking at the characters like, "Oh, I got a dude who looks like the Monkey King. I'll play as him." He's just like, "Oh, okay."
Also, keep in mind too, Mark started playing the game way after it came out.
Yeah, this is like
A
a year
year,
or two after it came out, so people are already good enough to be considered amazing. So
like me.
I'm sitting there going, "Ethan, what do I do?" He's like, "Oh, that's the fun part. You don't do anything." I'm like, "What?" So I'm sitting there trying to learn this character as I am continuously getting my ass handed to me, and I'm losing. I'm like, "All right, so this character's not for me." So I switched it up. I played different characters. I picked up somebody called the Kensei, which is like your basic run of the mill samurai, although he has something called an odachi, which is essentially a Japanese greatsword, but it's essentially a giant katana. I played that character, and I became a feared man. They all knew me. They hated me. Anyway,
Uh huh.
I became so good. Now Ethan's really good at the game. I became so good. I proceeded to whoop his ass in a 1v1. Was it a hard fought battle? Yes. Did I win? Yes. Did I not accept any other rematches? Yes. Because I had to put in headphones and route all the noise and legit focus to the point where it hurt. That's how much I had to do in order to win. And what I did, I just kept playing the game. I kept playing the game to get better. I kept learning how, like, oh, how do I parry? How do I counter this? What's a good counter against these characters? So, I mean, it all just boils down to yes, you can get good in video games. It's just you gotta put aside time to get good in these video games. Now, are there motherfuckers like Austin who are just naturally good at video games? Fuck
bro,
them.
bro.
But still,
I don't understand. I mean, like, well, your problem in Smite. I'm gonna bring up Smite here, folks. Your problem with Smite is that you played a character. Granted, the character's good. You didn't utilize his abilities to the full extent of what the abilities can be used for.
even though you say that, I was still doing pretty good. I was putting up numbers. That
Yeah,
was the crazy part about that.
I agree with you, Mark. But if you were like we did an experiment where, like, okay, we looked at Mark's numbers across 5 games, and then I did a couple of games with Dawsonboro after I learned, like, I read the kit. And I use my own builds. I don't net build anything. I know Mark is a big fan of net building, uh, for builds and stuff like that. I prefer to do what I usually want to do and what I believe is the best thing moving in the game. So I will, like, for example, like Smite, you have to buy your own items. I would buy my items mid game to adapt. Mark would use whatever he looked at online. That's not an issue, but it's just there's 2 different play styles, right? I went into a couple of games with Dawsonboro. I put up the same exact numbers, sometimes even better numbers than you did, because I understood the kit. But you, I couldn't sustain those numbers as much as you could, because granted, I'm a hunter main in Smite. I almost said rivals, but I'm a hunter main in Smite. But I mainly use characters like Neath, like Austin does, Rama, characters like that, Heimdall. You
Hmm.
know, and you are definitely a better warrior main than I am. I'm just a better way better King Arthur than you are.
Well, I never touched King Arthur, so there's
That's
a
why I'm
reason for
saying that's
that.
why I'm saying that. But if you look at games like that, right? So like it's like with Austin, and I know Austin's gonna be happy when he listens to the audio because how much we're glazing him right now. Austin would
Stop and
literally
glaze me.
no, that was shut up and glaze me.
We'll
But
talk about that in a second, but anyway.
no, we should talk about that now real quick. So we were playing Rivals. I got MVP, and like I was having like a really bad like day in Rivals that day, and I did really good that one game, and him and Austin started arguing with each other. And I'm like, yeah, I got MVP. All right, I did really good. Look at the numbers. I went like 30-1. These two motherfuckers are arguing. I'm like, hey, shut up and glaze me.
Proceed to turn to him and start yelling at him instead because he was just it was so stupid. Because they're like, "Oh, cool, well, you got MVP, whatever."
Right, but back to Austin though. And we're about to glaze Miles too when it comes to the game in a second. But when it comes to Austin, like we'll use Ymir as an example.
Dear God,
He literally like he read the character's abilities. And I'm even going to use Thanatos because I originally played Thanatos, but what I was a suicide bomber as Thanatos. I would go like 15-15, right? Austin reads the kit, and like it took him one game to learn the button layout of like the character, like like oh this one's to freeze, this one's to wall, this one's to ult, that type of shit. And then like the next game, he's putting up like 30 like 30 points up on the board without even
mind you,
trying.
Ymir is a guardian, which is a tank. They're not made to put up numbers.
Right, they made to defend. He made it to like a trap character. He would like trap you there, and he would have his way with you. Like there was no escaping Austin when it came to him playing Ymir until he got nerfed, and then he picked up Neith super quickly. He picked up Nemesis super quickly. Dazenboro, Hachiman, like whatever character he decided to play, he like would like instantly like after like one game, oh I figured it out. It's scary how he can do that. Now on the other coin of that is Miles, right? Miles has to practice with the character. He has to, have like a strat. We would hold fucking strategy meetings and shit, like what we can do and everything. But Miles would be the guy that's like, okay, so we will push like the enemy team. Miles would be that front person, like, and then he would be like the guy to disrupt it, and that's what Miles is the best at. He's like Miles is not a DPS in
No.
any sense of the word. No offense to him, but his role is tank and support. He is the best tank in my opinion, with Mark
Oh,
being
that's oh
with hold on with Mark being better than him when it comes to DPS strategies. I believe Olivia is way better at support than Miles would ever be.
yes, she is a god tier healer.
Right. And then me and Austin can flex to any character spot, but I'm more of a DPS. But I can do anything that I need to do. Austin, same thing. And
Nah,
Dalton, whenever he gets on the show, he will tell you he's a utility person. He's the survival games expert. If you need something that will help you either survive or something that you need turrets put up, that's the man you talk to. He will like if it comes to like a survival game, like you say, hey, we need a coal mine or a coal production. He would have it up in like 10 minutes. So I that's the group dynamic when it comes like the initial group, because we have people like Trey and Mike that could come in and do other things as well. But back to glazing a little bit on Miles here. I have never been in a game with Miles where he does not take will. I've never been in a game where it was Miles' fault that he did not tank.
Yeah, I agree.
Like even if it's rivals, typically, if we get our ass whooped at rivals, that's where we got us outskilled. Well, a lot of times, or it'd be a lot of bullshit, or one of us just didn't pick up the slack or whatever. But if Miles is playing tank, 99.999% of the time, it's not his fault. Like
Right.
now occasionally he might like have like a missed ult or whatever. That's fine. It happens to the best of us. But like when it comes to like putting numbers up on the board, when it comes to tanking, like damage taken, he's the guy. When it comes to just putting numbers up in general, that's Austin. When it comes to uh the guy that's going to be the last one standing, in my opinion, that the guy that pushes through the line, that's me. When it comes to the guy that's going to hold the line, that's Mark.
Yeah,
Not even a matter of tanking, but a matter of like, okay, who's going to have the most odds of survival and winning this here? Unless it's Gundam Evolution, I'm the best at Gundam Evolution off my ass.
I have words about Gundam Evolution
but
because of a certain situation, but I will say that in a minute.
but
Oh, you
yeah,
want me to say it now? Oh,
yeah. But before, because we do need to talk about that because that's funny. But that is what I believe our group is. So I don't want to think that anyone to think that we're bad at video games because I told those stories. There's just always going to be someone better, unless it's Gundam Evolution.
oh. So, speaking of Gundam Evolution, there was a
Alrighty.
character called the Gun Tank, which essentially is a little tank fucker that has miniguns on as his main weapons on his arms. I was playing him, and I was putting up numbers. I was honestly doing better than Austin and Ethan for a second there, and those two are leagues above me in that game. I was putting up numbers, and then we won. And the MVP screen came up, and it's the gun tank animation.
And it's the
I'm just
skin
sitting
too.
here, and it's just like it's the default skin. So I'm thinking, fuck yes, glaze me now. I was the best. So I'm sitting there fucking screaming, woo, let's go. And then you see the name. And then if you could have saw my face, all the excitement, all like just the sweet victory would just be got replaced with sadness. Like I legit almost felt like I needed to cry because I'm like, man, I did fucking amazing. Fuck this game. And then of course Oz and Ethan are like, no, dog, no, you're MVP in our book. I'm like, no, it doesn't count because the game didn't say so.
And keep in mind too, people, we won that game. And it was the enemy team's gun tank.
It was the enemy teams. It was the fucking enemy teams who didn't do better than me, mind you.
He didn't do shit that game. Like
No,
he got MVP because he killed both me and Austin one time. I guarantee you, that's what it was. Like because he alted us. I remember this game too because it's like like Mark put both his hands together. He's like clapping and shit.
I was celebrating, man, because I'm like, finally, because I have never gotten MVP in that game. I haven't, even though I did good. I just couldn't because I had to play against, well, not play against, but I had to play with Austin and Ethan, who were really fucking good at the game. So I didn't get my shot. And then finally, when I get my shot, they cucked me. They legit cucked me. It was great. It was amazing to watch my own fucking feelings get reversed like that. It was amazing.
Yeah, But oh no, I'm just remembering the game because it's like when we keep in mind too. Me and Austin didn't do horrible this game, but
No,
the game itself, there's a lot of BS with that round because it was like they had like the Dynamez on our team. I was playing the heavy arms, so that's not my main character, but I'm still really good with the heavy arms. Also was playing. We had two snipers, and one sniper just wasn't good. And also the other sniper. He's playing GM. So Mark really had to like step it up that game.
yes. And I did. I did what was I told. I did what was needed to be done. I was the man. Did the game acknowledge I was the man? No. The game said fuck you. We liked the other guy better apparently. His name was cooler.
It was like XX. It was like one of those XX names.
No, let's just not give it to the Gladys hero or anything like that.
Were you the glass hero at that point, or were you still boom for headshots?
No, I was Gladys hero.
Okay.
No, my original name was my actual name.
Oh yeah, because you put like your first last name 64 or some
So
shit.
when the PlayStation came out, y'all, PS5 meant you can change your what's this PS4?
No,
No,
this
this is
PS4.
PS4.
Yeah.
So they came up with an update where you can change your gamer tag. You can only do like once, and I think if you did it again, you either had to pay for it or something else. I can't remember. I'm looking at this my old gamer tag, which was my name, my full name, and a number. I think it was 84. I'm like, I'm looking at it. I'm like, this doesn't look right. I'm looking at Ethan. I'm like, Ethan, does this look good? He's like, yeah. I don't know why you have your name like that. I'm like, okay. Well, what should I do? So at the time, we were playing For Honor, and there was a character called the Centaurian who used the sword called the Gladys. And another thing that came out around that time was the Shield Hero, the first season. Great anime, except for the other seasons.
Season 1 is fucking fantastic.
So Ethan looks at me. Mind you, he's not really looking at me. We're in a party, but still. He turns to me. He goes, I got it. Since you're playing a Centaurian, and since the anime came out, become the Gladys hero. I was like, fuck it, you're right. Let's do this.
Hey, listen, man. I'm happy that I was able to give you a name that's now severely outdated.
Right. Now, Boom for headshots, I stole from somebody else, which was on my old account. So,
I say, well, I mean, like not every gamer tag has a great story like mine. Okay.
yours is actually a pretty cool story.
So, oh, this is talking to the story episode here. I love it. Um, so Call of Duty Black Ops 2, right? My original gamer
Best Call
tag,
of Duty.
best Call of Duty. I'm hands down best Call of Duty at me. Um, so my original gamer, well, not my original gamer tag. That original gamer tag is old as shit. Doesn't like the email to it doesn't work anymore and all that stuff. So I couldn't access it anymore. So I used so the, it was stupid the reasoning I had behind it. I would tell people, but I was called Wilski 1 2 3 4 5. Wilski is the first letter of my mom's name and the last name of my stepdad. So, but it was spelled Wilski. 1 2 3 4 5. When people would ask me about it, I would be like, "Oh, because I will go skiing one day." that was the.
So stupid.
I was like 12, bro. But anyway, so Black Ops 2 comes out. Everyone's playing it, and I have a friend. This is before I met Mark. I had a whole group of friends. We all never met in real life, except for one of us. I knew another guy in real life because we went to school together. But like everyone, we didn't call each other by our real names, even though some of us knew some of the other ones' names and all that. And I miss these guys, man. I'm about to tell you what happened to him in a second. But there was a guy. His gamer tag was like it was Wolf Warrior. We called him Wolf for short. I think his real last name was Wolf, but he never confirmed that. But anyway, he became a part of a clan called Mayhem. And the way you get into the clan is that you have to beat someone in a 1v1. You have to get invited to do this first, and then you beat the person in a 1v1, you take that person's gamer tag, and that person's then out of the clan. And you're that person. And there was someone in the clan named Mayhem Wolf, conveniently, and he beat him, and he became, at that point, Mayhem Wolf. And so since you had to be invited into it, it was just me and him one night, and he was like, dude, come try out. I'm like, okay. So like they got all like the Mayhem people together. There was like 7 of them, right? And one of them, like the leader was called Mayhem Prime. And so I go in, I think the dude's name was Mayhem Killer, right? I beat him, and I'm a kid, right? Like I'm like 13, 14 at the time, or whatever, how old I was. And Prime, the original Prime, was talking shit. Was like he was like, "Oh, you let yourself get beaten by a kid and whatever." I'm like, "Wolf is also like my age. Like, what are we talking about?" And he goes, "Well, you could never beat me, whatever." And the way the Prime one worked was that it was once a year because apparently they had been a clan since like Modern Warfare 2 or some shit.
Damn.
Yeah, this was like an old clan, and he was like, "Oh well, you can't beat me, whatever." And like the way Mayhem Prime works was that there's like once a year, a member of Mayhem would challenge him. You know, they called it like Mayhem Day or some shit because like these people have been knowing each other for years or whatever. So where someone would challenge him like it's fucking Black Panther, and then you would take the Mayhem Prime, and whoever was Prime would take their Mayhem tag, and then that person could be up on the chopping block, whatever. Another person would get invited to do it. So I was like, fuck that. If you think that you could beat me, then you should have no problem putting that up right now. Fuck the once a year thing. So that same night, I rage baited him, and so did the rest of the clan because everyone was like, "Oh, you know, he's only however old, right?" So I rage baited him into putting it up, and I beat him. I beat him soundly too. By the way, it was TAC 45s, first to 20, low health. I beat him 20-10.
Jeez.
So I then proceeded to take the Mayhem Prime gamer tag. And then what I proceeded to do was kick everyone out of the clan. I unfriended them, whatever. And I was like, okay, everyone else, make your own new Mayhem thing and we'll run it, right? We all fell apart. Uh Anime Chick, who was a guy, but he just called himself Anime Chick. We called him Chick. He ended up, I believe, passing away from what I heard. Tiger ended up in jail from what I heard. Kid apparently passed away. You know, so I could. That's just what I heard from the other members. Me and Wolf fell out of touch over a very stupid situation. So that's how I got my gamer tag, and I refuse to change it because I miss those guys, and that is the only thing I have to remember them by. And it's like Einzul Gold. I will keep, you know, until the day I die. I am Mayhem Prime.
Nice.
So yeah, that is the story of our gamer tags and why Black Ops 2 has a very near and dear place in my heart. Other than again, Black Ops 2, for like a 13, 14-year-old playing that game, I was like again, I know I'm tooting my own horn here, but like I was also like abnormally good.
Yeah, I was amazing at that game too. I had people wanting me to join their game to play with them because I was that good.
Right. So it's just the good old days of gaming versus nowadays. Like, what the fuck is Black Ops 7? You know?
It's an AI mess that people think it's amazing.
Right. But, ladies and gentlemen, that is all the time we have for today. Thank you for tuning in and listening. Like I said, the audio will be uploaded tomorrow on YouTube. Um, so yeah, peace out, everybody.
See y'all later.